Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm C Slays, and for today's video I'm going to be showing you all how I achieve these snatched, flawless, super neat brows. So if you like what you see, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And the entire makeup tutorial for this look is already up on my channel, so please make sure you go ahead and check that out. So let's get into this video. So now we're gonna go ahead and get started. You want to start by making an outline for your brows. So you want to follow the natural shape of your brows, and then you're gonna make an outline and just fill it in. So when you go towards the tail, you want your tail to be darker because we want our brows to give ombre. In order for it to be ombre, your tail has to be dark in the very beginning. Once it needs to be as little product as possible. So as you can see, I start by just making that outline for the shape, and then I fill it in, and when I get to the tail of the brow, I add more brow pencil. And I really just do this because we want it to give ombre. We do not want to be out here looking like a Sharpie marker or a Nike symbol. So really avoid putting product in the very beginning of your brows. So today we're going to be cleaning up with some LA Pro Girl concealer, and I'm using the shade Toffee. And you want to make sure that your eyebrow brush is very flat, so you can get as close to your natural brow hairs or as close to the outline as possible. So that is what I am doing now. I am cleaning up, starting with the underbrow, and you really want to take your time with this. I find that cleaning up the underbrow is really a lot more difficult than doing the top, so really try to take your time. This is really satisfying. And then once you kind of have the base of where you want it to go, you can try to get in a little closer and really get as close to your natural hairs and as close to the outline you made as possible. Because we're going for sharp, we're going for clean, we're going for stunning, we're going for snatched. And in order for it to be that way, you have to really take your time and get as close to that line as possible. And then going to the other side, we're going to do the exact same thing in terms of cleaning the underbrow. And as you can see, I kind of connect my brows in the middle so that way they can be on somewhat of a level playing field. So I really just do that so that way they can be even. And I'm just showing you all how I clean my brows on this side. And you really just want to do the same thing. Take your time. Try to get as close to your brow hairs as possible. And once you feel like you're as close to your brow hairs as possible, you want to start to drag that concealer all the way down your eye. And I do this so that way this can kind of serve as my, eye primer, because on the days where I don't wear a lot of shadow or whatever, just by having a nice base of concealer on my eyelid really helps. So now that we've cleaned the bottom of both of our brows, I'm going to go ahead and show you all how I clean up the top of my brow. And it's pretty much the same kind of idea. You want to take that flat brush and really make sure your brush is as flat as possible, because this will make sure that you won't have any spots or any streaks or anything like that in your brows. And you're just going to get as close to your eyebrow hair as possible and clean it up, carving out the shape that you want, making sure that your lines are as neat as possible, so that way we can have a super neat, super snatched brow. So as you can see, I'm just dragging my flat brush across the top of my brow, and I'm going to, look at that, it's the shape for me. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Just dragging that eyebrow brush across my brow, not across, but across the top of my brow to clean it up. And I'm really just trying my best to get as close as possible, because we want our brows to look very natural. We want our brows to look very neat. And in order to do that, you really want to make sure that you are making a really nice shape and you're cleaning up your brows very neatly. So now I'm just going on ahead and double checking that out. And once you've done that, you're going to take some concealer and put it down directly down the middle of your two eyebrows. And you're going to do this because now you'll see that your brows are very even, and you want your brows to be very even. So by dragging that concealer down the middle, you're making sure that you have two brows instead of one connected cleaned up brow. And now I'm just going on ahead and I'm dragging that concealer all across, and this will help me with the blending process. And you can also go back in and clean as you see fit. I was just cleaning up a little bit of my tail, and this is a really important step, you guys. You don't want to forget this. You want to grab a spoolie. You want to spoolie out the front of your eyebrow. You don't want your eyebrows to look like marker. You do not want your eyebrows to look like Sharpie. So in order to stop that, you can brush out the hairs and brush the front of your eyebrows, so that way your eyebrows can give an ombre effect. And you'll find that this will help your brows to look a lot more natural. And if you accidentally put too much product in the front of your brow, by spooling it out, you're going to be making all of the difference. So now that the shape is done, we've cleaned up both of our brows, both the top and the bottom. We are just going to clean up that concealer and just look at it. Our brows, if you follow these steps, your brows are going to be snatched. Okay, and that is the name of the game. It is summertime. We're trying to be cute. We're trying to be flawless. And you really don't want to be caught with the marker brows. That's just a no. So now I'm just blending out that concealer on my forehead. Blending that all out. And now I am going ahead and blending out the concealer from underneath my eye. You want to be careful not to mess your line up. You really just want to make sure that there's no visibly like super wet concealer, but you also don't want to patch your brow by accident, so be careful. And you don't want any lines at the tails of your brows, so make sure that you blend out near your tails. And you guys, we are all done. So look at these brows, get into it. It's the shape for me. It's the neatness for me. Everything is looking flawless, and this is really a super easy brow tutorial. And I love this routine because it's for beginners, and they look really natural, really neat, and still snatched. So thank you all so much for watching. Remember, an entire makeup tutorial is already up on my channel for this makeup look, so please go ahead and check that out. And I really hope you all enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next week. Thank you for watching.